So we had the Warriors against the Timberwolves. Another important game because, well, every goddamn game matters because to play in. And Mike Conley had four 3-pointers in this first quarter. Yeah, but Jordan Poole came in and gave us exactly what we needed, as he has been hooping lately, which is great to see. He is having a bounce back end of this season, and it's great. Gary Payton was back in for the Warriors. GP2, baby, and Naz Reid continues to kill the Warriors. For some reason, he turns into, I don't know, man, just the greatest center of all time against us. But despite all of that, we had the lead here, heading into the second half after this Steph 3-pointer, and the Wolves barely could score, and then Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson hit this, and I was like, okay, alright. We are not winning this. And yeah, Kyle Anderson has been special for the Wolves. Shout out to him. He has been so good, man. I would love him on the Warriors one day, but well, we'll see. We'll see what he ends up doing, but he was killing us all day, and he was probably the best player on the floor. And Naz Reid from the corner continued to kill us, and we had nothing to do about it. But despite all of that, we were still in this game, and Clay made its splash, gave us a 1-point lead here with 2:44 to go. And I was like, okay. And Jordan Poole hit it from the corner, and we had a 2-point lead here. And I felt like Poole should have had the ball a little more in this fourth quarter, because, well, he was cooking. But then he did this, and everyone was mad at him, which I get, because this was way too far and just too dumb of a shot. He could have gotten a much better shot, but it was a 2-for-1, and I get it. And he could have 100% gotten a better shot, and Draymond had to foul Rudy Gobert here, who, of course, missed one free throw. So, we, of course, wanted him to miss the second one, but he did make the second one. And with 27 seconds to go, Steph gives the ball to Draymond, and he, for some reason, even though when there is a foul to give, passes it, and Karl Anthony Towns has been clutch since his return, and I don't know, man. Just Warriors brain fart. And then the next possession, Jordan Poole, Steph, fake cuts here, stops the cut, and yeah, the game was over. And that was Steph's fault 100% because he made the cut and then stopped running. And yeah, Poole wasn't great, of course, but this is on Steph, man. And it was a rough evening for Steph and Clay, and I mean, for everyone pretty much. This was just a weird offensive game, even though, there were some threes, of course. The 3-pointers were falling pretty well. But at the end of the day, we got under-rebounded too much, and we couldn't hit anything in the paint area and the mid-rangers, and there were way too many fadeaway mid-range shots from Clay and Steph combined. They were 8 of 23 for Steph and 5 of 17 for Clay. Even though he was a plus 13, I felt like he forced some really bad shots, but he also made some big 3-pointers. Steph, on the other hand, was just really rough tonight with 26 and 9. Needed a better night from him. I loved how Jordan Poole played overall. He had a rough ending to the game in a way, but I still liked how he played. And GP2 was nice having him back, looked healthy, which is all that matters in the end, and looked pretty solid. Felt like we didn't use our bench enough overall, but yeah, whatever Steve was cooking. And yeah, it's just a really rough loss, right? Because this game was pretty much won, reminded me kind of that Utah game where we blew a 4-point lead with like 12 seconds to go, where Poole got fouled and the foul wasn't called and we lost the game for some reason. And this was pretty much the same because Draymond passed that ball even though he didn't need to. Steph probably didn't need to pass that ball, and the Timberwolves were even trying to intentionally foul him before that. So that was just a bizarre last minute of this game, and I'm gonna title this video after it probably because goddamn that shit was mad. Yeah, but for the Timberwolves, Naz Reid continues to be the greatest player of all time against us. As I said, he had 23 and 6 in 20 minutes. Yeah, Naz Reid has been cooking us all year, man. Thank God he's not gonna be on the Timberwolves next year, probably. Kyle Anderson, probably the best player on the court. He had 5 steals, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 Karl Anthony Towns and the steal. Towns, even though he was struggling all night, he hit 2 big 3-pointers in that fourth quarter. So shout out to him for that. I'm so happy for him that he is back on the court because he has had it rough throughout these last couple of years and this year even. Just another injury and another rough stretch. Hopefully he'll be able to stay healthy and continue to thrive and prosper. Mike Conley started off great and just cooled off, but shout out to him. It was nice seeing Anthony Edwards back also. He didn't shoot the ball well, but I mean, nobody really did in this game except for Naz Reid. Except for Naz Reid, man. Yeah, the rebounding was too much, and this Timberwolves win puts them really nicely in the Western Conference. Of course, both teams are fighting for the playoffs, because literally everyone is fighting for the playoffs at this point in time. And they are now the 7th seed with just, one less win, one less game than us. They are half games behind us on a 3-game winning streak, which is great for them. And I mean, I'm not sure how their schedule is, but what an important win for them, and this really kills the Warriors' chances. Because if they won this game, they would be 4th and 36th, and they would have a real shot at this 4th seed. But I mean, with the way they have been playing this year, they don't deserve it. And I kind of like this matchup with Sacramento, even though it would go 7 or 6, 100%. And I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll see. But man, it has been just stressful. I'm not sure if stressful is the right word, but it has been entertaining as hell, but sometimes stressful, sometimes as exciting as anything. But it has been working the way it was intended to work with this play, man. Just way too many teams, and somebody's gonna miss out, and who knows who it will be, man.